Hey guys, Devlin Hessler's here, competitive bodybuilder, coach, and personal trainer over here at Gym in the North. This is my intro to bodybuilding. Okay, so it's pull day in today's introduction into bodybuilding. So, first exercise in today's pull day is the seated cable row with a mag grip, and this is a lat bias. So, with the mag grip, what I like about this, and the reason that this bias is the lats, is that it's more of a neutral grip. So with a neutral grip, it's easier to be able to hit the lats a little bit better. So one thing you'll notice is I'm not reaching as far as my body can actually handle. I'm ensuring that there's tension on the lats throughout the entire movement. As you can see, I'm driving my elbows down towards my hip, as that does bring it closer to the origin point at the bottom of my back. Next up, we have the chest supported T-bar row with an upper back focus. For the upper back focus, that means we are doing a pronated grip. For setup, I have the handles set at around shoulder width apart to make sure that my joints are aligned properly. What this does is it allows me to hit the upper back fibers significantly better. The reason that we use a chest support for the T-bar row instead of the standalone T-bar row is I like to have more stability in my movements. What this does is this allows me to put the entire focus on the muscle groups at hand. When you're holding the free bar, your legs, your lower back, everything else has to be engaged to be able to support you up. So then you are limited by your weakest body part in that sense, whichever one of those falls into, instead of just being able to hit your upper back, which is the main focus in bodybuilding. We're not here to lift weights, here to build muscle. For the third exercise, and for the first pull down variation, we're going to be doing the Arsenal pull down with a neutral grip to hit lats. The main focus with this is to make sure that I'm driving my elbows down towards my hips and that I'm not allowing my elbows to fully retract all the way back. Doing so would engage more of your upper back, and that is not the current goal with this lift. For setup, I like to use the neutral grip with a slight pronation. For me, as a wider individual, I do find that this allows me to hit my lats a little bit better. I also crunch my abs in as I am seated here to ensure a full stability and to allow the lats to be able to get a full stretch as I lean forward. Just like with the other exercises, I'm only doing about 3/4 reps. I'm wanting to make sure that I keep tension on the lats throughout the entire movement, through the entire extension and the contraction. For the next exercise, we are going to be doing a wide bar pull down on the cables. This is more for the teres, upper back focus. As you can see here, my shoulders are rotated outwards so that my elbows are directly lateral to my body. All my joints are aligned, and this makes sure that there's no extra torque on the tops or bottoms of my elbows, because again, extra torque on those joints will lead to injuries in the future. As I'm pulling down, my thought process is that I'm trying to pinch my elbows together behind my back. It's not possible, but as long as that's what's in your mind as you're pulling down, your focus will go towards the muscles at hand that would allow such movement. Those are your teres. What we have next is a single arm cable rear delt fly. Now the main focus of this is to make sure that you're not contracting your shoulder blade as well. We want to isolate your rear delt. The thought process with this movement is to think about taking the bottom of your hand and throwing it towards the corner at the wall to your side. If all you're thinking about is pulling back, other muscles in your back are going to engage to try to help with the movement. We're not lifting weights here, we're trying to build muscle, and this exercise is to try to get nice fat rear delts. I personally prefer a slight angle from higher to lower to be able to hit my rear delt. This might not fit for everybody. Some people, they prefer to use a straight across approach, as you can see here, or some individuals feel that they can feel their rear delt better if they go from a lower to higher angle. Give all three of these a shot to see which one feels and looks best for you. And what would be a pull day if we didn't finish off with some biceps? Curls for the girls, as we like to say in the bodybuilding community. So, with the seated incline curls, I have my bench set to at about a 7. This is not the fullest incline. I like to have it down a little bit more. As I lean my entire back, my head back against the pad, I roll my shoulders outward to ensure that my wrists are aligned with the other joints. Sounds super repetitive, but again, I don't want to have any torque on my elbows. The goal with this is to try to lift the weight in the direction towards my actual shoulder cap. If you're trying to pull in or you're trying to pull up and out, what that's going to do is that's going to cause some serious issues in the future. Nobody wants any of that. I don't have a completely fully supinated grip on this. I actually like to twist my hand at about a 15-degree angle like this, as that is how the biceps actually work the best. If you're trying to go for a fully supinated grip, there are other muscles in your forearm that actually have to pull around in that sense. The incline seated curl hits the biceps in the lengthened position, which is one of the best ways to make sure that you do grow the muscle the best. Make sure you're getting a tight contraction at the top and a nice slow controlled eccentric all the way down to the bottom. And that is the pull video in today's introduction into bodybuilding. Catch us in the next video for a leg workout.